So today you're going to be learning about two portrait artists, one of them Frida Kahlo, and since we are drawing our own portraits in class, I thought it would be a good idea to learn about two artists that are really good at this. This is what they do. So in your sketchbook, you should have already watched a video here about Dasciano. Amazing, incredible art. Um, it took him 600 hours to do that, and it's called hyperrealism. So if you haven't written this fact in your sketchbook, right here, telling about Dasciano, then you should definitely do that. Take some time to do that. Also, portrait artists. So there's a difference between these two. He is a portrait artist, meaning he draws faces, which it says right there that he draws faces, but not necessarily his own face, right? Whereas Frida Kahlo is a self-portrait artist, so she draws her own face. So that's what that artist would do, is draw their own face. Also, you should have watched sorry, it's supposed to be over here. You should have watched this Frida Kahlo brief history, and it should have stopped you and had you take notes about Frida Kahlo in there. And under there, you should have written about her, and hopefully you watched it all the way through to the end and let it run out, because if it didn't, then it will not record it that you finished that all the way. So hopefully you did that. Make sure you do. Okay, so we're going to talk a little bit about why Frida was important. She obviously did a lot of her work through herself, and you can see through all these facts down here, she had a kind of painful life. When she got hit by this bus, there was an actual pole on the bus that went through her. So she has survived some serious pain in her life. And then also with Diego Rivera, that wasn't exactly a happy relationship. So we're going to talk about this picture here. And what she would do is she would use symbolism. There we go. She would use symbolism to show different things that are happening in here. So let's go ahead and write that. Symbolism. And this is just objects mean something. Okay, so something you need to know about this, and you're going to go ahead and take the notes that I am taking as well. Something about this work of art is that it was painted right after her divorce. This is actually going to give some of these objects meaning that have to do with that. So the monkey was given to her by Diego. And it's sitting right here on her back, and there's a saying, the monkey on your back. It's things that kind of weigh you down, and so she kind of is using this as a symbol of her thoughts on Diego, that he was her monkey on her back, weighing her down, making her feel like she just wasn't her full self. So weighing her down. Okay, so that's one symbol. She intentionally put this on her back to kind of give that idea. The next one is going to be the black cat. And as we know, black cat, it symbolizes bad luck. So she kind of felt like her marriage and her relationship with Diego was maybe some bad luck. Okay, so the next one is going to be this hummingbird right here around her neck. In Aztec, a hummingbird means love. But unfortunately, this is not an alive hummingbird that she painted. It's a dead hummingbird. So that's supposed to symbolize dead love. Very fitting to where she was feeling in her life right then. There's just a lot of other things that are going on in here that give symbolism. Maybe the thorns are, they're actually physically cutting her, and if you look up close, there's like some blood going on there. They're like physically cutting her, or giving some sort of hurt, right? And all the foliage around the outside, she would use particular things, the butterflies symbolizing rebirth, just a lot of symbolism in her paintings that made this happen. And you can see, yes, she would always include her unibrow. That's just, she emphasized it. She thought it was beautiful, and that's fine if you don't, but she would always include that in her, and it's very symbolic of her work of art. So, just interesting the things that she included and what you might have included to symbolize about you through your printmaking. So that's kind of our connection there. Yeah.